Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Farm, thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. I'm about to wrap up this lesson. We're doing the Nile Valley culture contributions, okay? So I gotta wrap this up right quick. This is a nice little lesson, so let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right Thinker's mission, yes, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal, of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical. And if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And always, to my yacht, be true. We back in the book, wrapping it up. Got one more lesson I want to get out of here. And this is what I wanted to get to. I had to go through all that to really get to this because this really just stuck in my craw. We can't have this, okay? They pushed that on us 50 years ago. I keep wanting to understand this is what I want for my youngs. Educate yourself, obtain knowledge, practice your lessons daily, live them, and become your best self. We wasn't always slaves. We were great race of people, pharaohs, kings, and queens, okay? Let's get this lesson out the way. And it says, the right thing, let's talk about what I got here. I got a few names. What's wrong with that picture? That's what I showed you, that concept. And how you're affected by your environment. Okay? Break that down for you right quick. All right, let's go. Where we at? Start over here. Oh, it started out being African or black-centered approaches to children activities. This book was written over 30, 40 years ago, and it had issues back then. I still see the issue going today because I'm practicing, I'm teaching a philosophy, and I'm seeing a whole lot of stuff that's still haunting us to this day. Let's try to get to the lesson right quick. I got you. Now, in light of extreme difficulties facing our black African Americans, it is important that we apply a new strategy. How about that? Be developed and implemented. Not just developed, but implemented. Why? To ensure our survival as a race of people. When I was coming up, young black man, we was considered endangered species. And at the time, I didn't know what that meant. But yeah, if we continue to live like we was living, yeah, we won't live long. So that was endangering our own self with what we was doing, the lifestyle that we choose. How about this? Now, the gay lifestyle to me is endangered species. 2 men and 2 women ain't gonna procreate. That's not good for production. So that's the whole concept. It's still an endangered species if you ask me. But an important part of any plan for us as a people must include mental, physical, and cultural nourishing of African American children, aka black. See, back then everything was Afro. We couldn't say black. Black wasn't, popular back then. So this is how far back we show you how we got to acquiesce to certain things. And it shows you right here. We can't even call ourselves what we want. And they are the ones who, our young next generation, they will be the ones, and I'm down with helping that young. Why? That's what starts. Teach them the truth early, and we good. who will be confronted with what? Continued racism, negative stereotypes, in the media, classrooms, and in society. It will be portrayed, and we seeing it today. Man. I see the concert with that Ice Spice, whatever, just ass out. What? Wow. 30 years ago, I'd been all with that. So I guess the young people, they all in it. But I'm looking and say, what the hell is going on? That's when you know you're getting old. You know you're the old guy when what's going on, it seemed to be cool. And you know what I'm saying, what the hell? And you ain't getting it. Generation gap. That's where we part ways, okay? And I'm having that experience. I'm really freaking out. But yeah, but this is showing me how far we come the other way. We had to live through it when they was doing it to us. Now we doing it to ourselves. That's my point. I'm listening, watch this. Now watch this. There we go. Where I'm at. Then the constant, and what we have right now, today, we getting a constant diet of what? Helplessness, degradation, and this will ultimately what? Darken your mental skills and make them believe. Right? You go make them believe their future is what? Bleak. And they will therefore now develop a mental attitude and become self-destructive set. Egoism. They are ignorant. Between ignorance and ego, you will not progress in life. It's self-destructive behavior. Again, it's patterns. So many of our young currently exhibit. Not just us. I've been there. We all been there. But our job as the leaders at this point to help them, lead them away from that. I was a drug dealer. I don't advocate drug dealing. I don't glorify that damn shit. Excuse me. But yeah, I see it's everywhere. Everybody wants to be a black mafia. All this Bumpy and Frank Luke, all that. We need more Malcolms. Okay? All that stuff going on. Malcolm was in the mix. But he did what he had to do. Again, you can be in it and of it, but don't got to be part of it because he doing what he had to do. He was trying to do his job. I'm trying to do mine. Ain't nothing changed. We always got somebody who's doing that. My neighborhood, I grew up with evangelists and black activists trying to help the people, so I get a dose of that too. Okay? Volunteer service to help somebody else out. It's called a selfless service. Hello? Volunteers giving. Selfless is the same thing. Don't expect nothing in return when you do something for somebody. That's a selfless service. We have gotten far away from that. Everybody wants to make deals. That's the devil. Okay, where we at? Current date, just terrible what we doing. Building self-esteem. First of all, this is a hard job. Building self-esteem in a child is an arduous job. I love that word. It ain't easy. That's why a lot of people fail, okay? It's an arduous task, and building self-esteem in a black child is even more difficult, but it can be accomplished. Ding, ding, ding. There you go. Because it seems impossible, don't mean it can't be done, okay? And because everybody may not be able to do it, but if a few do it, they can start catching on. That's why we teach. That's how we pass it along. Several years ago, we had a company called Black Owned Communication. I'm going to give you the number at the end of the lesson. Communication Alliances. And that's the one who put the picture up. They published the ad showing a young black American male child wearing a towel like Superman as a cape and pretending to be Superman. Okay, that's fine. But as this child looks into the mirror, the image he sees is a white man. Image I want them to see is us. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. That's why I'm at with this. And I brought this up to make that point. I want all this to get to this point. So I think this is very important. Why? He saw the image of a white man staring back at him. And in his mind, he don't see nothing wrong with that. That's the problem. With knowledge of self, he know he looking at mirror, it's supposed to be a black person. Just saying. In the caption, accommodating the photograph asks, what's the problem? The probing question, what's wrong with this picture? A whole lot. As a black person, white man might say, well, what's the problem? He just see a superhero. Really? You put a white child there and put a black face there, y'all will freak out. So, see, first of all, fair is when you do something to somebody that you don't mind being done to you. That's fair. Unfair and privileged is when you feel like you can do something to somebody and they better not do it to you. That's unfair. That's privilege. And making America great again, that's what your boy is trying to tell us. Get back to that. No, we ain't going back. Moving on. Get that out the way. Sorry. But I had to bring out that little quick joke. What happens to our black children who grow up seeing everyone else portrayed as what? Heroes. All the superheroes, all when I was coming up, was white. I know that. I'm got to calm down. Yeah, I'm getting annoyed. Why? Because they just didn't think twice about us. Let us teach us about us. Never mind them telling us about, I don't want that. Let us teach us. That's the first thing. And when we grew up, all the heroes were portrayed white. And while they are given a steady diet of these images portraying what themselves as less than desirable, always the bad guy. White good, black is bad. Moving on. These children, our black children, for generations, have been growing up falsely believing in what? White superiority of other groups while doubting themselves. My mother told me I had to be twice as good, work twice as hard. Why? To compete against the white people. Why? I don't mind working against my own, but I got to be twice as hard against the white because they're white. See, again. So that's been passed down, okay? If the playing field ever got leveled out, black and white, where it wasn't a color decision, it's going to be a problem for them. I'm just moving on. But watch this. All one has to be is to look throughout what any neighborhood in the country, you call them the hood, okay? You call them the ghetto, projects, whatever. And you will what? You will find a group of, watch this, unemployed, underachieved, crooked, drug dealing, drug using black American males. Endangered species. Out here killing ourselves. And I was coming up every week, somebody getting killed. They call my neighborhood the war drug zone. Okay, that's when you in that environment. That's what it is. Okay, but you got all these males with no real vision of themselves, of the future. They think it's a dead-end world for them. They got nothing to aspire, nothing to look forward to, except just life. And some of us never leave the hood. That don't mean nothing. What kind of person are you? A good person in the hood is still a good person. Because you ain't seen the world. That don't mean jack. Sorry. But yeah, let me get back. But we have images that are formed in what? Our early childhood. Again, we are infused with this early. So if we infuse the truth in them early, same way the bad stuff turn them bad, if we give them the truth, don't you think that will make them better coming up? And we can avoid that whole nonsense of their life being bad and how to correct them. Okay, give it to them early. Let them learn. And generally what? If you have images formed in life, childhood, and that will stay with you. So if it's good, it'll stay with you for the rest of your life. Again, negativity stays, positivity should stay too. Sorry. Now, in the final analysis against this TV thing, and the radio, and the media, that are too powerful to be left in the hands of children without proper supervision. You go to these sites. Are you 18? If a kid can say, yeah, a 15-year-old kid know how to dupe the system. We know how to get to drugs. Now it's coming up. We know how to get to drugs, alcohol. We go around all the stuff. Okay, we know all of that. And it's worse now. Okay, so I'm just saying, I'm witnessing that. Okay, let me get the rest of the part. I'm about to get over to the good stuff. Jane Haley, educational psychiatrist and author of Endangered Minds. Okay, she knew it back then. And why our children don't think right. They program them not to think right. I say they. We should be doing the teaching. That's what I mean by us teaching us about us. And this suggests that what? That TV has the potential of what? Reversing the evolution of the human brain. It can dumb you down. My grandmother was not a college degree person. She said the TV is the idiot box. And yeah, it dumbs you down. And Dr. Professor Haley feels that the electronic media, we are now information age, oh Lord, it's media, it's information overload. Okay? You got unstable family patterns. You got young kids hooked on or addicted to stuff that they shouldn't be to at a young age. You got hectic lifestyles, total dysfunction. If we don't let being a single parent be the norm, I can't stand that concept either. A woman shouldn't have to be the mother and father. And it shouldn't have to, a kid shouldn't have to have two mommies or two daddies. To my mind control, that's, yeah. But it's a hectic lifestyle, dysfunctional, and poor. Again, here's the best part, the poor teaching methods of our education system. All of that contributes to what? The changing and the dumbing down of our young people, young black people's brain structure and evolution for them to grow in a positive manner. This been going on for generations, and it ain't gonna stop. We have to be the ones to stop it. Now that we know about it, what we gonna do about it? Moving on, excuse me. Scientific studies, okay, this has been proven, have shown that young minds are malleable. Yeah, teach them the truth while they're young. They take to it like a fish to water. What children see and do what on a daily basis, what changes their brain function and structure. If they can see it, they can employ it, they can practice it, they can adopt to it, and they will be fine. But telling them one thing, showing them something other what you tell them, and doing something other, you got them all confused. They don't know what to do. Sound familiar? So I got young people today. I don't know what y'all call them now, the millennials, whatever they call them, I don't know. They all kids to me. I don't care what generation. The kid's the kid. Teach them the right way, respect them, have them respect you, hold them accountable. It don't make a difference what generation it is. Sorry about that. Any activity that engaging in a child, that will engage a child's interest. The truth, fairy tale stories, they don't have to be stories. Give them the truth. I give you life experiences. That's the truth. It don't get no truther than that. Tell your children the truth. Even if it's bad about you. It's the truth. That way they can at least deal with it. And that will what? Stimulate their imagination and enrich their brain function. Why? Because they're getting fed information that they can use. The truth. They say that the converse also is true. The converse is also true, which is what? A Canadian researcher has documented that 20% of your creativity decreases in a child's mind, and even adults who have been exposed to too much television watching on a regular basis. The brain don't get adjusted. The brain just getting fed information. It ain't doing nothing with it. It's not using the information, just being done. Let's get to this. What's wrong with this picture? I see the clock. I got to take it home. Now this is it. I want to get to here because this says a lot right here. A child dreams of being the latest superhero. We all grew up imagining, yeah, but they didn't present us with us. They presented us with them. So we had the mentality of, again, you see them seeing that as the white person. What could be wrong with that? Everything. Sorry. Plenty. Why? If the child is a black child and cannot even imagine their heroes are the same color of him or her. I got an issue whenever I go to a Catholic church. I look around, see all the angels, see all the replicas. Ain't a nigga in heaven, which I say no blacks go to heaven. So that's my interpretation of that. Why? Ain't a black person in none of these Catholic churches. I'm just saying. So they don't see us, and they don't see themselves as black. Moving on. It's like this children learn like this. Learn by what they see. Again, we should show them. And if it wasn't for the black media that they started letting, now we're getting no more open, and black child would not see the world as it really is. Why? Because he can present it white. We was whitewashed all our life. I didn't know nothing about the Beverly Hillbillies. I know they was poor white people, but to the rich white people, they was niggas. Why? Because they was country. But that money equaled them out. And my man said, Jeb, move away from here. Why? It said California. Hollywood's the place you ought to be. They moved the truck and moved to Beverly Hills. Where what? Money ruled. That's all society. It's still the same thing. But now, they didn't see it that way then. Why? There wasn't no blacks. Same thing. They treat the black people the same way. But if you got money, come on in. Yeah, come on in. There you go. Moving on. We live in a society where that talks. All right, where we at? Now, black children wouldn't see the world as it really is. Why? With black men and women, what? Doing positive. We got a black president. That just had a problem. If y'all get your game together, we have a black female president too. I'm just saying. But things, doing positive things besides playing a damn basketball and singing, okay? Singing and dancing, that's all niggas good for. I hate that image. We got rhythm, yeah, we got skills, but that's not all we got. We got a brain that competes with the best of them. How about that? How about we put that on display every now and then? What can you do to make your child, kid, know himself or herself and be prideful? Teach them, show them, give them the truth. Show them what a good father look like. Show them what a good mother is. Show them what a good mother-father parenting household looks like. Show them. When we decide which media shows them black as black, with the movie Blackish now, and that's the closest, because he trying to do it in a respectful, dignified manner. I get it. You got said you're doing neighborhood. Everybody trying to show how black and white can coexist. Stop. Just stop. Moving on. I ain't going there. I ain't walking down that walk. And watch this. That's where you got your BOCA, which is the Black Owned Communications Alliance. They had this back in the 90s. It's still around, still functioning. I just looked up, Googled it. They still doing their thing. Okay? We do have the biggest black-owned corporation, belongs to the rich black man, okay? Doing his thing. Technology. That's the money of the future. Okay? He's been into it and he's doing good. And it's the Black-Owned Communications Alliances in the organization of black working for blacks. We got black on black crime. Black Lives Matter. How about we got blacks working for blacks? They've been around a long time. Still around. We don't want your money. That's what they're saying. If it's for us, we're going to get the money one way or another. So it ain't about the money. It's about you getting it so we can all enjoy the festivity. A good deal is when the person who did the deal, other person made the deal, they both are happy with how it turned out. If you make a deal and you ain't happy at your end, not a good deal. Simple as that. A good deal when both parties are happy. Moving on. Balance. Okay? Nobody got no more than the other. If I got 50% of the business, you got 50% of the business, neither one of us own it. Why? Nobody got the majority share. That's how the marriage is supposed to be. That's how parents is supposed to be. Okay? Wrapping it up. Where we at? Okay. We don't want your money. That's the Black Lives telling you. We want you to use what your power you have to get what it is you deserve in life. It don't get no better than that. I'm just hearing about these people. We need to get involved with them. Why? If they say what they do what they say. That's what we need to be doing. That's all. Wrapping it up. Your hopes. They want you to help you with what? Your real picture of your life, your hopes, your problems, your needs. Okay, they are there for helping. We didn't know that. I'm just finding that out. But right thinkers, yep, that's a lesson. I appreciate you. I hope you got the lesson. I'll be back with some more stuff because this is what I learned years ago. But it sounds like I'm being a militant. No, I'm just reading information that's been passed down and it's still going on. I got to wake my people up with what? Knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. And that's the lesson, right thinkers. May you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I never knew that my right thinkers have passed away. I'll be back.